Hello user, it's time for our regularly scheduled contact. When last we met, A2 had just woken up in the desert after her battle with the EMP-wielding Goliath. Unfortunately, her fuel filter had been damaged during the downtime. Knowing that this was a pressing matter, Pod 042 suggested that she made contact with a nearby resistance camp who would be able to help her. Initially, A2 wasn't keen on the idea of visiting the camp. When they arrived, the reason why became apparent. She and an enemy used to be part of the same unit who were dispatched on the ill-fated first mission of the current machine war, which left them as the only survivors. Whilst an enemy went on to become the new leader of the android resistance, A2 went on to be very grumpy and vowed to take revenge on any machines she met. Ironically, an enemy's advice for fixing A2's filter was a little at odds with this. Whilst the resistance camp couldn't help, a nearby village of friendly machines led by the pacifistic Pascal should be able to replace her damaged parts. Surprised as she was that her old allies were cooperating with the machines, A2 had no choice but to make her way to the village. Of course, Pascal welcomed her with open arms. Always eager to help, he arranged for A2's broken parts to be fixed right up. Although, if she was around the village, maybe she'd be able to help them with one or two things? Taken aback by the machine's hospitality, she headed off to pick up some bits and pieces for them. Little did A2 know, in her absence a group of frenzied machines had attacked the village. Upon her arrival, Pascal asked A2 to do what she was best at, as he tried to escort anyone from the village to safety. Though she tried her best to repel the attack, the village was ruined. However, not all was lost. In the chaos, Pascal had gathered the children of the village and escaped with them to the nearby abandoned factory. They were not the only ones headed towards the factory, however. A huge force of machines, led by several Goliath units, were on their way too. With no better options and A2 unable to stop the assault, Pascal reached his breaking point. Forgetting his pacifistic ways and desperate to protect the children of the village, he hijacked a deactivated Engels unit and carved a path of destruction through the approaching forces. None of the forces even came close to reaching the factory. Upon their return, A2 and Pascal found that something even worse had happened. The children of the village had all deactivated their cores in fear of what was to happen to them. He'd gone against his own principles to protect them, but ultimately, it was fear and emotion that Pascal had taught the children that caused this. He could take it no more. Pascal had one final thing to ask of A2. Could she hack into him and erase his memory? Entirely? With the help of Pod 042, A2 did what was asked of her and bid goodbye to Pascal.
Hello, you. I'm Danny. Last time we were here was intense, and also intense is In. Hello.
Hey!
Hi.
Was that, or should we be like, hey!
We're trying to bring the energy up after remembering what happened last time.
Yes, with blissful ignorance. Well, not ignorance, but with blissful bad memories.
Yeah,
It's like
you
Pascal,
can't have
right?
blissful bad memories.
Blissful no memories. There we go. It's like Pascal. I don't remember anything at all. What do you mean bad things have happened? Fine, right?
I can't breathe anymore. Well,
Inhale,
today on NieR Automata,
exhale.
let's not think about what just happened with A2 and Pascal, and instead go and see 9S, who I'm sure is going to have a good time.
S for smiles, right? 9 smiles. 9 smiles?
Well, I realise we... I realised we didn't actually... our storybook, because we didn't visit 9S last time, our storybook did not include what has been happening to 9S recently.
Oh.
So what has been happening to 9S recently is he has destroyed the core of a resource recovery unit, and he has obtained an authorization key in the process. But Pod is concerned about his worsening psycho... Yeah, we said that too.
Yeah.
The main thing we took away from our last visit to 9S is that he too has rather been affected by the grump.
Everyone's feeling a little bit goblin today.
Route C is not the happiest route.
C is for cry.
C, I'm afraid, is for cry. Just
Wait,
wait
what-
till you
what?
get to route D for despair.
Detected in vitals of Unit 9S.
No!
Commence
This is
data
a terrible
overflow
alphabet.
Pod, search for the other structural units.
I can't think of
I need to find
anything
those
else for any other letters, so we're fine after that.
Alert. Combat inadvisable due to
E is for
abnormal
entropy.
conditions.
It's fine. Run the search.
Scanning. Actively operating
Like,
enemy
ending
life
entropy
structure
wouldn't be
unit.
bad or anything, it would just be sort of like a little bit all over the place.
That's video games, right?
Very much so. Well, we gotta get back to the city.
Let's go. Let's go.
I'm sure everything's gonna be fine on the way.
Just enjoy the music.
Even though we've been through an awful lot, like, so in all honesty, as I've been making the storybooks, I have been ending up listening to a lot of NieR Automata music to, one, remind me what all the song names are, but also, two, put everything in the right place. And the soundtrack is genuinely beautiful in places. It really is a fantastic soundtrack, even though, I'll be honest with you, a few songs do make me want to have a little cry.
Don't lots of things make you want to have a little cry? You
Oh,
have
yeah.
a lot of emotion.
Yeah, but this is like a sad one, not a happy cry.
Ooh.
Speaking of a sad cry,
You want some tissues? Do you need to get some tissues? Danny, are you doing a speed run?
sorts.
Oh, hello there. Such a nice, quiet place here, isn't it? No distractions at all. Pity about all the junk, however. I keep trying to clear it away, but it seems to be never ending.
Pascal, that's...
Pascal? That sounds oddly familiar. Oh, well. Would you like to take a look at my wares?
Oh. Ah!
It's not good, is it?
Children's cores?
It's not good, is it? We wiped his memory, so he doesn't know.
You gonna buy anything?
We've got some weapons that are made out of like fists and that.
A whole army?
Oh no, only about
Legacy.
13 armies.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
But equip it. Like, you're gonna just strap it to your own arms and legs?
No, you can equip the heads like little fists.
Or why I
Whoa.
was here in the first place?
Yeah, so there was we had to visit Pascal for one more thing.
What happened about the nuclear stuff?
The
We don't
nuclear-
talk about it.
The nuclear codes, codes.
Yeah.
The stuff the knowledge of the past that we delivered to Pascal. He said he didn't want it, right?
Oh, yeah.
So actually, we're just still carrying it around. It's probably fine.
That seems dangerous.
Everything's dangerous here. What's the problem?
Look, if the shorts are short, it's a distraction. It's not a problem. They won't even notice we have them.
That's exactly what I tell people about why I dress that way. Is so I can get away with stealing stuff.
Eh? I thought you were a good Danny. Is this good Danny? Or is this naughty Danny today?
Stealing sweets. So where do we actually need to go in the... We're going to the flooded city, right? Yes, we are.
To the recovery unit. To get some keys. You can jangle them all on your big old keychain.
Well, currently the keychain isn't that big. 9S only has one key, but we can fix that.
Yeah,
This
that's
isn't
why we're
the right
getting
way.
more.
Yeah, so that bit is almost like cartoonishly like the bit where Pascal opens a shop, I should say, is sort of cartoonishly nasty. Not nasty, but you know, it's like really twisting the knife because like you know, you're meant to be doing this directly after what just happened with A2. So if you choose not to wipe Pascal's memory, he's not there, obviously. It's only if you wipe his memory does he go back to the village and set up shop.
Ah.
I'm sorry, Ivy. Sorry to introduce this shop to you. It's just like one bookend to the quite tragic tale of Pascal, I suppose.
Well, time to start a new chapter, right? One with more happiness and smiles.
Well, that's what he's hoping to do. Hopefully we'll catch up with him again soon, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it
With
is
enough
absolutely
capital.
classic NieR. When I was describing it a second ago, I did want to say almost cartoonishly NieR of them to do that.
Wait a minute.
Not just NieR, I suppose Drakengard as well. Here's that big floating box we're after.
I like how chirpy and customer service that voice.
I really like how chirpy and customer servicey both the tower and the resource units sound, because it's very suspicious. Like, why is it so happy to see us, you know? Why is it being so helpful? Why did it tell us we could come here?
Too.
It
Capitalism.
reads Soul Box.
It's probably fine.
It's alright.
So we've
No-
got
no
Meat
problem.
Box and we've got Soul Box.
There's 3, right?
Mm-hmm. So what on earth could the last one be?
Mind. Mind, body, soul.
Ah.
Am I getting it?
But saying
Am I
like,
getting it?
I'm going to go to my mind box is
My mind
basically.
box.
Hang on, isn't like the mind
Mind
box just the
Palace.
less palatial version of the mind palace? Yeah, like rubbish
Yeah.
Sherlock goes to the mind box.
I couldn't afford a down payment on anything box here, so
Oh, millennial Sherlock.
yeah. It's the future. It's terrible.
No enemies?
So do you remember what was in the meat box?
Meat.
No.
Oh,
It was like there was a lot of like parts and hardware and a lot of you could say meat if you wanted, the game certainly did. But there were a lot of like guards and machines and stuff like that, but specifically the game pointed out that there were parts being like collected and sent away. I'm doing a bad job. I should do a better job, shouldn't I?
no, you're doing fine. You're doing all right.
Yeah,
all
Ivy,
good.
you're right. It was full of robots meat. I'm sorry.
Oh, I get
Yeah,
it.
meat.
I have to break the system protection before I can reach the core. Huh. So that's how it works.
I genuinely really like at this point in the game how 9S sounds like he hasn't slept for a month. He's like, oh, gotta break the protection. Yeah, whatever.
I
Just
mean,
leave
when's the
me
last
alone.
time he's gone back to camp?
Camp doesn't
He's not
exist
dead.
anymore.
Oh my! Look at all the machine life forms you've murdered. Such dogged persistence is worthy of a special present.
Is this sabotage?
Oh, they're just messing with us.
I'm not actually sure at this point. I meant to look this up, but sometimes things don't work out this way. Whether or not you do actually get different presents if you have defeated a certain number of, like a certain number of enemies.
Ah.
Yeah, So, in all honesty, I'm very, very low level in this playthrough too, because frankly, we've not had enough time to do all the side quests with us doing it once a week. So I am certainly behind.
I wanted to grind. Well, I am indeed going to grind out all the weapons stories before we finish, but I think there should be other treasure chests in here if we do better, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's other weapons, maybe? I don't quite recall. Oh, I love the perspective of this hacking. It's so jarringly different.
It looks like bad Pong.
How did you know Bad Pong was the name of my new mobile game?
Well, dang. Word gets around.
Fortunately, I believe we can still get the important prizes in the soul box.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Lynx has had the opposite problem.
Proposal. Hack into all blocking devices.
Hack the system.
Fortunately, Hacker Man is here.
Hacker man. Da, 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 da.
So have you noticed that there are literally no enemies in this box?
They're all hacking enemies, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Because there's no meat inside. Oh, that sounds bad to say.
Joking aside,
That's kind of weird.
no,
Maybe-
joking aside, there's no meat in here.
There's no meat. No meat, no problems,
Oh,
right?
dude, that went wrong quick. Like, I can't tell if you're actually joking or not, but that is the implication of the meat and the soul box.
Oh no, that's entirely what I intended.
Oh, okay. No, that's fine. You at this
I
point
understand this.
you're fully in now. Well, you were fully in before, but you're fully into NieR Automata now.
I've had a lot of feelings. I am here, yes.
Sorry to make you have feelings.
God damn it, not again.
And when I say that, I'm not sorry at all. This game is fantastic, and I've had a lot of feelings over it second time round too. Oh, Pascal.
Oh, honey.
Never deserved a single thing that happened to him.
I just want him to be like in charge of a little nursery and have a good time and study whatever he wants.
Ah. Its
2,
launch
5,
device. So now we know the tower has some kind of launch device. At least we're learning, I suppose.
Some kind of launch platform. A structure that size could probably shoot something into space pretty easily. Oh. So this is some kind of cannon aimed at the human server on the moon?
Insufficient data. Cannot confirm or deny.
Damn it.
You know the galaxy brain meme?
Hmm?
That's what's gonna happen, right? They're gonna launch the mind into space.
Almost certainly in. You've absolutely got NieR Automata.
I've cracked it!
On this
It's all a big old meme.
And I hack into all of them, right?
You got it, 9S. Tell you what, he's a smart one, this one.
Does the S stand for smart?
Have you still got the list of all the things S stands for? Because I think at the end of this we have to submit it as a report. Like basically a book report.
I'm gonna have to start the list again because I put it some, and I do not know where.
Oh no.
It's somewhere with my pile of things that were, I think shipped over here. So it just have to like rummage.
It's alright. I'll just sit down and rewatch all of our streams.
that's fine, right? I mean, you've gotten most of the way through all of them. Because you have to edit them to re-upload.
Oh yeah, but when you edit something down, you don't watch it because you're like, oh god, Danny, don't say that. Danny, you can't just swear like that. And then you just
can't
despair
just
because you said the
swear?
word bum again.
Oh.
Wow, a free silver ore just for me over here.
Oh, nice.
It's good of them to put that over that precarious hole, isn't it? Oh, it was a trick.
What?
I'm actually not sure if those are tricks or if you have to do all of them. Let's do all of them. Because some of them have those big orbs in them. Look, it's one of them big orbs. Hey, is that one of those big orbs I heard so much about?
Are they like jawbreakers?
Yeah, but like the virtual version of those. So like, I guess the virtual version of a jawbreaker is just like a zip that's been zipped up 17 times. And you have to just keep unzipping it.
Folders within folders within folders.
Basically just a really annoying zip.
You know when you're trying to hide your secrets.
No, I've never hidden my secrets. I have no important secrets, and don't look in my Dropbox.
You've never had a secret in your entire life.
And you can't prove it.
I keep on getting emails about the Witch Zone Dropbox being full, Danny. I think we need to release some stuff at some point.
It's my secrets, it's full of them.
Dang it.
An ambush! Sorry, it's in the virtual realm. An ambush.jpg.
Oh, it's one of those that you can put through a sound to image converter, right?
Oh, a hidden file.
Yeah.
When I was like a lot younger, I was fascinated by how you can actually put an MP3 at the end of an image and it would just work. Now that I understand how that works, it's like all the magic has like been cleared out from my life.
I don't understand how it works.
Do you want to know? Or would you like to keep the magic?
Even if you tell me, I'll forget, so sure. It's not a problem.
Oh well, look, we've cleared the box. I guess it's not time for a complicated conversation about file formats. Ooh,
lucky
hang on,
you.
hang on.
Hang on.
The black box.
Oh.
Even the commander didn't know about this.
Ah. Reusing the core of a machine life form. Well,
There's an awful lot to take in this paragraph. So there is, like you say, that they're reusing the cores from machine life forms. There is the idea that whoever is creating them is ultimately intending them to be disposed. There's the idea that sharing the core of a machine is more humane somehow. Also, sometimes black boxes go wrong and your unit get angry or whatever, you know, that happens. But
just, you know.
A black box circuitry. It's made from cores from the machines? That's... No, that can't be true.
it's quite late in the game to be pulling the rug out from under us and, like, dropping big truths. But they still managed to do a very, very good job.
They have to make each route worth it, huh?
Oh wow, we're fully logged in.
Ooh. It's quite nice when we get that avatar.
What's going on here? My body. Those are my memories. But why? That's 2B's data. I know these are just memories. But still. No, don't. Don't do this. Damn it, stop!
Precious JPEGs!
Stay the hell out of my goddamn memories! These belong to me and me alone! Get away from them!
I don't remember this at all, so this is gonna be cool. Can I hack that considering we're in hacking zone? Oh yeah. I wasn't sure if you could hack something whilst hacking. You know, multitasking.
You know, one of those things.
I really like this boss fight because, you know, we're in the virtual zone, so everything is boxes. I love the touch of... That box is gonna hit me. I love the touch of, like, your weaponry being all blocky boxy too. Like, they've really committed to the bit.
They're doing their best.
Doing a very good job. We're playing as 9S, we may as well use the 9S attack method, right? So wait, does this mean he's hacking himself in his own brain?
Maybe to get permissions for his firewall?
That sounds like hacking terms to me.
Yes.
I'm gonna finish the job.
He's looking for admin access.
You're going down. They're mine! My memories! You hear me?
Key 2 out of 3. You know when, I believe it was Pod 240 mentioned about Unit 9S's mental state?
Yeah.
This is the current status of Unit 9S.
He's not doing great, honestly.
His
No.
mental state has become dangerously unstable. Action must be taken immediately.
I noticed something while
At that
providing
point,
support to
I
its
still am not really sure how much of that is real.
platforms have begun sharing data with each other.
We'd better look into
Hence the
that.
cut to him stabbing that
Share the data
orb.
with you, so see what you can find out.
Affirmative. I also have a separate report about 9S.
What is it?
I'll share the data. His psychological state has deteriorated to a grave level.
We'd better handle that quickly too.
Agreed. Not sure what we should do, however.
Agreed. Proposal. Raised, combined with data
Oh, I
checking
love the
and beacons.
pods.
Agreed. I will make the suggestion
In all fairness, it's a bloody difficult problem to solve, isn't it?
Boy problems. Oh boy, problems.
Pod. Where's the next resource recovery unit?
Alert. NFCS failure. Speculation. Failure caused by intense combat and lack of maintenance.
Near field controls are down? Great.
Proposal. Overhaul system at resistance camp.
I don't have that kind of time.
Alert. Entering battle without a functioning sword constitutes an unacceptable risk. Unit 9S should have Devila initiate repairs at the resistance camp.
Shit.
I swear. No.
That's how you can tell he's really suffering. He said a naughty word.
Mm-hmm.
If the commander were here, she'd wash his mouth out with soap. Oh, that is one of the S's, I guess. Oh
This
no.
was so.
The game wrote one of the S's for us.
You did it!
You can't just call him nice shit. You can't do
No,
that.
soap! Soap!
Oh, nice. Oh, sorry. Of course, everyone meant soap.
Why would you.
Because he went
Nice.
shit to himself.
Ugh. How many times do you think he said it at this point?
Oh. Council of Humanity's still doing well.
Oh.
I don't know about our UI though. That's not looking too good.
No, what was the email from Emil?
Talking about fishing. He's just talking about fishing.
The art of angling. That's nice.
Oh, I was going to transport rather than walk. Because he's feeling a bit sickly. Well, I don't... Listen, last time someone was sickly and we walked back from the flooded city, something bad happened. I'm not taking the risk again.
Everything will be fine, right?
I hope so. Devila and Poplar have always done right by us before, right?
At least in this game.
Oh dear.
That's the most look at the state of you look I've ever seen.
Battle. NFCS not functioning.
I'm amazed you were even able to drag yourself here. This is gonna take a bit, so just hang tight.
This is terrible. Your motor cortex is full of holes. I can't believe you even managed to walk here.
Alright, you're all good.
Thanks for patching up my motor cortex's holes, I guess. Is it
Just filling them in with some, what do you fill it in with? Spirit gum? No. Some
Play-Doh?
putty? Just a bit of sand and spit.
Ugh.
Ernest,
Hygienic.
I need you to promise me something.
Sorry.
Die alone.
I don't think 2B would want that either.
I know.
What I really like about Route C, what also makes me feel terrible about Route C, they do a good job of twisting. Hello, Emil.
Next resource recovery unit on the map.
Every
He's always
time.
there to brighten the mood.
You feeling a little bit down? How about some meal? Okay,
Hey,
bye.
what? Do you want to hear about how my stuff is so cheap? Where are we even going? Oh,
Sail, sail, sail.
amusement
What is
park.
that?
I'm sure we'll have fun. What I was going to say before our dear friend showed up is that Route C is very good at twisting the knife. You know? Again, this is a thing Yoko Taro's writing does spectacularly well anyway, but I don't think it's right to say that he was pulling punches in routes A and B. That's not it at all. Like, there was some stuff where, like, the other shoe hadn't really dropped. So, like, because we were deliberately not being told a lot of stuff early on, because, you know, that's the nature of your hair.
Yeah.
But
And you take your shoes off 1 foot at a time.
exactly. Well, some people do. I undo the laces and jump out of mine.
That's very powerful.
It makes it really difficult when you're wearing your style boots too.
Still really big jump.
But yeah, like in Route C, it starts getting a lot more sucker punchy. Like things like 2B wouldn't want that either. Is like, oh please, don't bully.
Just in case you forgot. I mean, it's not like they saw what he saw, which is what we saw, right? Vegetables? Talking about a balanced diet. That's very nice.
It's probably fine to get greeted by that at an amusement park, right? That's what everyone's all like at Disney World and that.
Yeah, don't forget to have a balanced meal.
This is the resource recovery
Oh.
unit. Now activating defense mode.
Hello.
I like the original castle better!
I'm sorry, this one doesn't have a heart in anymore.
No.
So, what do you think this box is going to be?
Well, there's only one more. Mind? Because the last one was soul and the one before was meat.
That language again.
This reads God Box.
God,
Oh.
huh? What are these machines
Okay.
doing talking about gods?
We will become as gods?
Very close in, but it wasn't mind. It was, honestly, you could probably gather this. I don't think this is a spoiler to say. Each of the boxes, now that we know what all three of them are, represents some of the major themes in the game. The idea of gods in various different forms runs throughout it, whether that be becoming as gods or, say, in the case of the androids, the humans on the moon. It's something that runs throughout the game and comes up a lot.
Oh, you mean like a core narrative
Pod,
thread?
Why did the machines attack Pascal's village? Aren't they all the same?
Unknown.
Well, aren't you helpful?
Proposal. Unit A2 should gather further data on the current state of machine life.
Hello, and thank you for choosing Tower System Services.
Huh?
We've got some very exciting news for everyone today. There's only one lock left to remove on the tower subsystem.
Wait a minute. This is what they want.
And in order to repay you for your faithful patronage, whoever dismantles the final subsystem will earn a special prize. Good luck!
The hell was that?
Large
This
structural
feels
unit
bad.
of machine life form origin activated to the east.
A large what now? What the heck is going on around here?
Unknown.
Well, let's go check out this large structural unit.
I mean, in our time, we usually say absolute unit, but that works too. Would you look at that
Maybe-
large structural unit?
Maybe units now exist in different states. So they have to, specify.
So, while that was going on, you said something. Did you have a revelation?
Wait, I don't remember what I said. I've said a lot of things.
Sorry, I should have gone straight to that rather than the absolute unit thing. I don't want to say it in case I prompt anything.
No, go say it anyways. That
So,
might prompt a remembery.
oh, a remembery from your memory.
Yes.
So, what you said while we were looking at that large structural, well, I mean, the tower is an even larger structural unit. That's a large absolute structural unit. What you said while we were listening to the message was they want us to go do that?
Yeah, it is very. Hey, let's manipulate these walking meat bags into doing what we want because we are not able to do it ourselves. It's a very. It's a thing I recognize as big companies or big, what our big bads would do. Let's, take advantage of the player character or, the good guys, whatever.
So,
Right.
that certainly would go some way to explaining why, for example, the tower greeted us so happily when we first came out. Why the resource units continue to greet us happily. Like, hello, do come on in and smash up my insides, won't you? Like, that doesn't really explain the reasoning why, you know? There's some more stuff going on there, but,
Very suspicious.
very suspicious.
Very suspicious.
Again, it does, I suppose we'll find out, but it really does ask the question, what's the point of it?
Mm-hmm. They want to escape. They're going to push the Earth out of orbit, right?
Excessive
The Earth
combat
is a
activity will
spaceship.
put unacceptable strain on your body.
Shut up!
Negative. This support unit is assigned to your Unit 9S. As such, being concerned for said unit's well-being is a requirement.
Whatever.
God boxes full of cubes.
Is it time for puzzles?
No, it's time for fighting.
Oh. This is a different kind of escape room than I was expecting.
It turns out the boxes were just here to trick us. I want to kill something without hacking it, just for once.
But kill one thing. Just
Yeah,
one. You don't know what it
prove we
is.
can do it, and then...
Get back to hacking. It's fine. Oh, I guess you can't sneak up on them.
Seeing as they're ambushing us, it's a little hard to sneak up on them, honestly.
Just disappear into the rafters or something with 5-foot jump. Wait.
My
maybe it
powerful
needs to be more
5-foot
than 5
vertical
feet.
leap.
Yes. I believe that you could fully jump over me.
I could have got up on the boxes. Oh wait, do you mean 9S or me?
I'm not answering that.
I guess, would it have to be a 5-foot vertical leap to... Ooh, to
No, you'd have to jump further, higher than 5 feet to clear me.
Oh no, I was thinking like to get out of a pair of like 2B boots.
Oh, you might need to multiply that to like make sure it's all out. Wait, would the boots still be where you were previously stood?
Oh yeah, like proper
As you
cartoon
fell?
style, you just fly out of them.
Oh, okay. Are you sure you wouldn't want Pascal's jetpack?
That's less of an impressive jump, but sort of like a graceful exit. You know?
Oh.
So the ambush is going well.
It's fine. You're killing the things. It's nice that they light up and have a little level and health bar.
It really does give them away, doesn't it?
It's awful convenient.
Maybe we'll give them some advice for next time.
Get better at sneaking.
I reckon there'll be more tricks as we go up.
The only answer is yes.
There's more cubes as we go up.
Jump on top of a cube. Oh. Oh, okay. They'll jump on top of the cube. Fine.
At this point, not much is a threat, really. I don't think these machines are really designed to be a threat. It's just sort of designed to be a bit scary, I guess. I think a lot of the fights in this section are quite well geared to the feeling that, like, your character is kind of just at their wits' end. Like, if you're sort of ploughing through everything with reckless abandon, you're going to be feeling... Oh, hello. You are going to be feeling a bit more, you know... it's not really powerful. I don't think powerful is the right term. Driven, I guess.
Yeah. Like, there's a lot more confusion and a lot less structure. As we are in this structural unit.
There's so much more structure here, though. There's these cubes. Cubes is a structure.
Cube.
At some point, hacking like, because these things have so little health, hacking them kind of just takes a while. So we'll deal with them the old-fashioned way, by eating their bullets. That's what I meant. Who's left? Ah, use. Be free. Not at all.
You like snakes, right?
No.
I remember you saying earlier, like, I love snakes.
Boy, you know what I love most in the whole world? It's snakes.
What? Snakes. Snakes.
Thanks for giving me snakes. Sorry, no more snakes, right?
The last one is
look
just
at all these
one.
cubes!
Is that for a snake to weave in and out of?
None of those are working very well. I guess we'll go back to the old method.
Bah. It's fine. It's fine.
It's fine, everyone's close enough that they'll all sort of get slightly exploded by it. I really like the setup for this one. It's like... it's a bit merry-go-round.
Well, that's all the spinny stuff, right?
Exactly.
And you're in the amusement park.
No, we're in the God Box. It's slightly different. Well, no, I suppose we are in the
still
amusement
inside
park in the God Box.
Yeah, this is one of those themed experiences. Right?
I wouldn't pay. Wouldn't pay to come back.
You didn't have to pay to go in?
That's beside the point. Naught out of 5 stars.
Where a lower number is good? No.
I'm sure there'll be like a customer complaints box on the way out, you know? They always have it in these things. Just up there, 9S. You just can't get the hackers these days.
You can do it. You can do it.
I already done it, I think. Oh, never mind. One
That
thing, I
last
do,
one.
one thing I do like about the big spinning danger boys that come down in this section, they get the amusement park hats for reasons I'm not really sure of. They get the funny little top hats you get in the amusement park.
Maybe they were recruited.
Look, you got the little top hat.
Like, yeah, they're just in one of those spinning cups, except they keep on like dripping bits of bubble tea everywhere. No?
I wish they'd be a little more careful with their bubble tea, honestly.
They just want to share with you. Just want to share.
So if we're going on the theme that this is amusement park rides, what could possibly be next? Oh. It's just platforms.
You know, video games.
I guess this is the nice bit of the amusement park where you get to like wander through the park. It's just like the garden, you know? That was the hedge maze.
Except all the hedges are made out of metal. You can't just bust through it to get to the end.
Model 210. Operator?
She's having a live show, right? Right?
Oh no. So this operator model is...
Affirmative. Operator 210. Volunteered to undergo Type B equipment transition during previous descent. Sent to front lines as Unit 21B.
The only problem is the hacking does rather ruin the talking going on.
The rest of the sentence.
Yeah, no, that was the rest of the sentence. She got supposedly during the assault where everything went a little bit wrong. She got sent down on the surface after being turned into a B, which, as we know, stands for battle type. Because we used to know someone who was a B type, right?
Yeah. It's not too dissimilar from blood types.
Is it hanging out in there where I can't attack it with my sword? But unfortunately, as we know, the ground assault did not go all that well. Everyone got some kind of bad virus and that. Unfortunately, that rather seems to have included her. You know, when they got those red eyes, nothing good is going to happen.
Yeah, they haven't had enough sleep. There was another line to the reported as missing. Is it 4 days, months, weeks later? I didn't catch it exactly. The time scale.
I'm afraid I don't remember the timescale exactly either, because I hacked a little bit prematurely because I saw some big scary lasers.
It helps keep you alive, and it's not that bad.
The problem with the barrage of lasers is it is very, very not conducive to hearing the dialogue. Can I slashy it from here? I don't know if I can. I totally can. It's not the one I meant, but here's some bombs.
Is okay. You can just talk to her,
Not
right?
friends.
Oh.
Friends?
No, I don't know.
Operator!
So they're experimenting to make more battle units?
I don't think it's an experiment. She just sort of volunteered.
Oh.
least that's what we were told by Pod. It seemed like a relatively routine thing.
I don't know.
Location specified. Please keep. Mission related. One. Affirmation. Supplies.
Shit's not affirmative.
That was 0 affirmations. So you know when I mentioned about twisting the knife?
Hello, knife.
Having her, like, corrupted by the logic virus, sputtering out all your favorite 210 lines is very cruel.
All your favorite lines.
You know, the lines you get from the 210 action figure.
I was so lonely.
A2.
2B told me. She told me she wanted you to become a good person.
You? Don't you dare talk to me about 2B!
Where'd he go?
Analysis. Your Unit 9S is still alive. Query. Why would Unit A2 be concerned with the status of Unit 9S after turning on your hub?
Shut up!
So, 9S has gone down the hole again. That seems to largely be the way that their conversations end these days.
Is he Alice?
No, he's just a dingbat who falls down holes.
Well, dang. So you know how Auguste has machine heads for arms? Would you call him a face hugger?
More importantly, did you hear what his friends were saying?
His friends was...
All of his friends here.
Look at their hats! Wait,
They were calling him Big Brother.
I didn't catch that.
No knife will be left untwisted by the end of this, you realise?
Oh my god. It's like a DJ deck, but it's full of knives.
I suppose. Congratulations, A2, on your fantastic prize.
You've done it. Mm. None of this feels like good prizes.
No, it all feels kind of bad, doesn't it?
Hmm. Ooh.
This is a very cute way of explaining why they're talking on the loading screen. It's like, this isn't how pods communicate. What are you doing?
Why are you here? Oh.
I love that line so much. She's pod 42 in. Guess.
Maybe.
Sounds right to me, I don't know. I'm sorry, I keep doing that. It's not pod 42, it's pod 042. I keep making that mistake.
uh, hmm.
Physical check complete. Memory check complete. Maintenance mode complete. Yorha Unit 9S. Activate. Good morning, 9S.
Am I...
Analysis. The enemy structural unit collapsed during battle. Unit 9S suffered damage from the fall and was placed in emergency suspend mode. Fall location
Basically, he bumped his head and had a nap
was
again.
transported to current location. All system checks and reactivation complete.
Operator.
Operator model 210 is deceased. Black box signal not found.
Oh. Situation report.
Tower access authentication key acquired.
Another successful
The required
motion.
number of authentication
Yeah,
keys have
good,
been
eh?
acquired. The tower is now open for investigation.
I guess should we go over to the tower?
Yeah.
We
I
got
mean,
the keys.
What else can we do?
Honestly, at this point, if I was 9S, might go home and have a nap or something. Just
No, I
just
just woke
take
from a
some
nap.
me time.
I just woke up from a nap.
Yeah, but it wasn't a good one.
Oh.
You know those kind of naps where you wake up feeling worse than when you went to bed?
Oh, where you feel like all fuzzy and shaky.
Yeah. 9S just had one of those, I think.
Hmm.
That one? So what do you think we're going to find inside the tower?
Sweets.
Entirely?
Yeah, it's a tower entirely made out of, and it is the reason why we picked up playing the game, right?
I hope so.
We're looking for the best possible ending, right?
You know, of course. We're not here to get the bad ending in.
No.
Oh,
Hello, and thank you for choosing Tower System Services.
where's the fourth one?
We apologize for the inconvenience,
Up. Up?
but locks on each sub-unit
Whoa.
activated before access
Prize.
to the tower. Have a great day.
Where is the fourth one?
Up?
I don't remember. That's not good, is it?
Do you need to take a moment?
I think we'll have to go slightly exploring. Is it not on the front of the... Oh, you have to... Oh, you do. Sorry, you're absolutely right.
Hmm?
You've got to hack the units too. I'd totally forgotten.
Oh.
I was too busy thinking about what comes next that I forgot what happens now.
Oh no. I'm gonna have more healing.
No, it's gonna be perfectly fine. I'm so excited about getting in that tower.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, danger boxes in here. You know how it seems like it's giving us arbitrary video gamey things to do? Find 3 of this
Yeah.
key. Go to 3 of these things. Ever thought about how that plays into the they want us to do this?
Yeah. It's one of those, let's safeguard a thing by, making it difficult to get all the parts to make it go.
See, I wonder, because also an interpretation could be they're messing with us?
Well, that's poopy too!
Alert. Enemy caution level rising. Cause is most likely concern over Unit 9S gaining access to tower.
Out of my way!
That worked out good for me. I tried to dodge the attack at the last second, which is always the worst time to dodge.
So you can, like, have a big shout if you do it, though, right? Like, you want those cool points?
Damn it! They won't stop coming!
Alert. Allied signal detected.
Allies? you?
9S, we've been expecting you.
God damn it!
Have a little more faith in.
The two of us will take things
Okay.
from here. You need to open the door to the tower.
I really, really, really love that scene plays out, and you have just completely demonstrated why.
Hey, it's because of their previous history of betrayal.
The
And
whole
so there's the fear of that happening.
But the whole thing about their story is that they're trying to get, like, at the start of this route, we get introduced to them saying that everyone distrusts them, you know? Like, we get introduced to them saying is like they have this thing around their neck where that, with a last, like, we're a part of a line of androids that did some really bad stuff, and, you know, everyone thinks we're naughty, but we're not. And all they've ever been in this game is helpful, you know? All they've ever done in this game is support you. They're the reason 9S is in Route C, and, well, other reasons too, but, you know? And
Yeah.
yet, your immediate reaction, because of what they do in the first NieR, is to assume at that point they're there to screw you over and do the same thing again. But no, of course they're not. They're here to help you.
I haven't played the first NieR, so it's only from here. But
Well, you know what
my
happens in the first NieR,
expectations-
though.
Yeah, I know. But I'm distanced from it because I haven't played it. But my reaction to everything in this game is everything's gonna fuck us over, right? Because it's this game.
But that's the thing, not everything has fucked us over. Some things have been fucked over by outside sources, certainly. Pascal was... That's the thing, Pascal was never anything but completely wonderful to us too, you know? He was always, like, one of our best allies, you know? The Resistance has always been a really good ally to you. Not
Yeah.
everyone is out to get you.
But I'm
It's just
still
that-
suspicious.
The people who are out to get you
What's this barrier?
tend to be able to get you. You know?
Well, how do I break it down?
Hypothesis. Unit 9S
Orbs.
could permit his subconsciousness data to lose control. The resulting energy surge has an acceptable probability of temporarily paralyzing the
Probability.
That's almost as bad as not going in at all.
What happened?
It's the barrier.
Popola!
No, don't. You can't do anything. The wall's got a
Enough!
self-closing algorithm.
Devil and I, we have to atone for our sins no matter what!
But if you do that, your circuits will...
Devil!
Ah.
Devila!
I hope you don't regret this.
Should we open this data in, or should we leave it for later?
Do we have time to open it now?
Of course.
Okay.
Thing is, we should always have trusted them.
You have the advantage of already having gone through this.
That's the thing. At the same, like, as soon as I saw them first time round, I thought in the back of my mind the same thing. But I can only say with hindsight, there's no reason to distrust them. They never do anything in this game that's sus. If anything, they'd go above and beyond to prove, actually, no, they're lovely. You remember the project, of course.
What do you feel like the right answer is in? Check the circuitry, repair the bandage? It seems bad either way, right?
It's better to check the circuitry, right?
I was gonna say, I suppose we might as well rip the plaster off, but that's not the right analogy right now, is it?
Yeah.
It's probably worth, just because they're talking about it a lot. This term was mentioned in the original NieR. A relapse is when a gestalt turns hostile, and I think it was tied to when a replicant became more and more aware of things. I think that would tend to make the gestalt a little bit grumpy. Grumpy has become like a sort of minced oath at this point in the stream for really violent and angry.
A small euphemism, that's all.
But when a gestalt relapses, that's when the replicant tends to get the black scroll, which was a very large part of the original NieR, if you remember. That's what Yona had.
We just need to go and get some flowers, right?
Maybe if you could find some lunar tears.
Yeah. Make the moon cry. Wait a minute. Feelings? Oh, it's coming back.
In, we have another choice.
Support her body.
That is all that remains from their personal record during the era in which they were referred to as administrators.
I see.
Query: why do the androids Devila and Popola seem to prefer death over surviving alone? There was a very high probability that at least one could have escaped.
I hope you never have to understand.
Affirmative. Query: why does this tower possess an entrance at all? All material transport takes place via aerial vehicles. It is irrational for an infiltration route to be so easily accessible. Hypothesis: entrance is a trap.
Well, Pod has come to the same conclusion we did, basically. Yeah, that's a lot. I genuinely think the way that Devila and Popola are handled in this game is incredibly well written. I think the bait and switch they pull in terms of like, is that them? Oh, I bet that's them. Oh, I bet they're going to do something terrible. And then it drops that story on you. It's a mean thing to do, but it's tremendously well written.
And the whole programming them to constantly feel guilty,
Yeah.
even if they don't remember, that's terrible.
I like the way that they specify as well. It's not that Devila and Popola. It is, it's Devila and Popola. It's not that one. The ones that there was a problem in another town.
Yeah.
I can't remember if the first Gestalt was actually NieR. Sorry, the Shadow Lord. But obviously that's where the problem came from. The one thing I do think is really interesting about that story is that they do reveal there is a grain of truth to the whole Council of Humanity thing. The fact that they sent remaining replicant stuff to the moon, like, the way that interacts with the Council of Humanity, I don't really understand.
It's like, if that is what is left of people, then it makes sense that, like, yes, we must protect them, right?
So was the Council of Humanity real all along?
Real in that they are there, but not real in that they're not the ones giving orders, I think. Right? And making decisions in a conscious way.
It's very hard to know.
we might have to play more.
Maybe. We can't explore the tower now, though. We've learned a lot today. Again, we've had a bit of a roller coaster.
So much that happened.
The bit where Devil and Popola fight with you and open the tower for you. Obviously, it's clearly meant as a redemption, but it's a very desperate one. Again, befitting with Route C. I love that section. It, again, genuinely makes me really sad. Sorry about the ending to the last 2 streams, everyone. It's been very intense. We gotta go sleep, I think. Well, it's not getting late for In. In's in America now, but I'm gonna sleep.
No.
In, you can have an afternoon nap if you want.
No, I've got a lot of work to do, so.
Okay. I guess that's good too.
This is like a little break.
That's an emotional break. Thank you ever so much for joining me In.
Oh, thank you very much for streaming and playing. Oh my gosh.
Thank you for suffering the emotions with me, and thank you for joining us as well, everyone.
Thank you. Devil and Popola are my favorite characters. Like, when I first saw their design from the previous games, I really liked them, and I really like their design in this one. But learning more about them in this way, it's just like, my heart.
I don't regret it. It makes perfect sense that they hold out the reveal of them for so long. It's not the story that Route A and B is trying to tell. But
Yeah.
that you have to wait for so long kind of broke my heart because, you know, I knew you liked them. I think we've talked about them previously. Like, I know you saw the design a while ago. And, like, I would probably say that I can't really choose a favourite. I love everyone in this, but they're up there, you know?
Top tier.
Very much. When are we cosplaying them?
Next summer? I don't know.
Schedule that one in. Right, we're going to go bed. Thank you so much for joining us, everyone. We'll see you again soon.
Bye.